Hi everyone, welcome back to Workplace Wizards, a restaurant consulting company. We provide many services to our clients, one of which we sell restaurant forms, checklists, and spreadsheets. Let's just visit my website real quick, so in case you want to look to see what kind of services we provide, or if you want to look for a specific form. You're going to put in your browser www.workplacewizards.com. It's going to take you to this website. Here's our restaurant services. You can see self-explanatory what we have to offer here. Food alcohol certification, food safety management, which is Serve Safe, by the way, and it's the same certification, so it's going to cost you the same. Food handler training, alcohol server training. We do have HACCP training, so if it's not listed here, if you want it, just give me a call at 800-753-0657 or shoot me an email at theworkplacewizards@gmail.com. Let me know that you're interested in that course. Now, for restaurant forms, checklists, and spreadsheets, you can either go to restaurant forms and choose front of the house forms, kitchen forms, etc., or you can actually click on the restaurant forms and it'll take you to every single one. On the home page, which you're basically going to land to in the beginning, is this area right here. When you go down, scroll down a little bit on the home page, you can see a link to all my forms, checklists, and spreadsheets. And then we managed to break them down a bit, so in case you're just looking for restaurant forms, or maybe kitchen forms, cash control forms, front of the house forms, employment labor forms, restaurant cleaning forms. All right, so let's go ahead and get back to the main topic, which is going to be the Food Inventory Labor Management System, otherwise is known as FILMS. Now, I went ahead and created 8 previous video tutorials. We are on the last one right now. It's the P&L, and that would be the P&L and the customer count chart and the restaurant revenue chart. So we're going to talk about this now. We have the P&L instructions. I would definitely read this. It has a lot of useful information. If you're a seasoned owner or manager, a lot of this information you may know, and there may be some information you don't know. Just remember, knowledge is key. You can never learn enough. All right, so let's go back to the actual benchmarks. These are the national averages for certain items, so if you didn't know where you're supposed to stand, you do now. Your prime cost, 65 or less for total sales or table service. Food cost, alcohol beverage cost, bar consumables, bottled beer, draft beer, wine, all the way down to your paper cost, payroll cost, etc. So you have all the information here. It'll be here whenever you need it, but like I said, information is key. And plus, a lot of this information will be useful when you start to do your monthly P&L. All right, you got a little bit more information here, and then I gave you a link back to your benchmark percentages if you want to take a look at it, because you want to compare it to see what you got here, and your P&L instructions. Okay, so everything on this, with the exception of the white colored cells, is protected and populates from somewhere. For instance, your restaurant sales food populates from your daily sales sheet, and it'll be your month and date. So it's going to calculate all your sales from shift 1, shift 2, shift 3. All right, you got your COGS. It's going to calculate that figure and slip it into here, and then you have your grand total, and it'll even give you your percentages. Your gross profit is going to give you exactly how much profit you made. Now just remember, your total sales minus your COGS is actually your gross profit. All right, let's head down a little bit. Now, these areas are stuff that you're going to have to input in. Labor cost, operating cost. Now, there'll be some items in here you just have to enter in once. I would imagine probably your licensing fees, accounting fee, maybe your advertising, and the only advertising you do is some sort of a signage, and it might be like $300-400 a month. You can slip that in. Everything else, you have to put your figures in. So any loans, that's probably fixed. Office supplies is not fixed, so you're going to have to enter that in. So any office supplies that you purchased for that month, any stamps, and then I gave you an extra area. So all you got to do is unprotect by going up to your format, hit unprotect, and you're able to relabel these. And once you relabel these, I would go back up here again to format and protect it, so that way you don't inadvertently delete any this stuff, or more importantly, the formulas that are in these columns. If you would erase these, you're not going to get the right information. So again, it's protected, and the only areas that you should be able to get access to as an input areas are your white areas. If you were to try to do something, your percentage, this is what's going to come up. Or if you come over here, you try to do this is what's going to come up. So you have to unprotect in order to either take something off or add something here. All right, so drop it down a little bit. You got your occupancy. That's a fixed cost. Removal is probably a fixed cost. Cable internet, that's probably a fixed cost. Music's probably a fixed cost. Everything else is not a fixed cost, and you'll have to put those figures in on a monthly basis. Again, you got some extra areas here. Just unprotect the page, relabel them if you have to, and then protect the page. So you're going to get your total occupancy. You're going to get a percentage based on sales for the month. And then last and final, you got to put your manager labor in. Go to your labor sheets, and you'll see the dollars and hours and labor dollars tab or a button. Push it, and it'll give you your month to date for your labor hours. You got your net profit and loss right here, and you got your percentages. So this is the most important one right here. This is going to tell you whether or not you made enough for the month. Now, if you didn't, then I would be going back up and look for your percentages. Remember I told you about your percentages? For instance, your food costs should be anywhere between what? And we're going to look at that right now real quick. Food costs should be anywhere from 28 to 32% based on your restaurant style and mix. You know, mom and pop sandwiches places are probably going to more end up with a 25 to 28%, and then 32 to 34% will be your upscale restaurants or restaurants that sell steaks and seafood. It's always going to have a higher cost right there. And again, paper cost is important because some restaurants that do not do an inventory on paper cost, so they don't really know where they stand, or they do a monthly inventory paper cost, but they're not sure of what the percentage should be. So it should be anywhere from 1 to 2% of your total cost. You know, if you have like 5% of your total cost in there, then you're losing a lot of money. To be honest with you, between paper cost and your food cost, you can be out hundreds of $1,000 a year in unwasted money. So I created this system so that way there would be some sort of controls, all right, and checklists and so on. So that way you see where you're supposed to stand and where you're at. All right, the whole idea is to lose less money, and less money means a bigger profit. Am I correct? Yes, I am correct. All right, so let's go back to home. Now your P&L, again, you can print this out. All the pages, any pages in the system you can print out, just so you know. But you can print this out, and I don't know if this is something that you want to go over with your crew, but your management definitely, because they're going to be managing your crew. All right, so this is something that every month you take a look at it, and you're going to look to see where your issues are, where your areas of opportunity may lie, and then come up with a game plan, an action plan, and work on it and fix the problems. So that way you can lose less money and make more. All right, so if you have any questions, shoot me an email. Once again, that would be workplacewizards@gmail.com, or call me directly at my toll-free number, 800-753-0657. Thanks again, and I thank you for actually looking at all my video tutorials for the films, and I hope this really comes in handy with you. If there's anything I can do, please contact us. Thank you. Have a great day.